When we think about IT data center operations, we have some kind of challenges related to the IT operations. So the first challenge is we need to find a tool which can help us regarding administration, management, monitoring, and security. So we are going to find a tool which tool have all the features related to these four major domains. The second challenge which we consider regarding the IT data center is on-premise infrastructure. We know that when we talk about the IT data center, so we have lots of operations need to perform on daily basis. But for these all kinds of operations, we need a single window operation from where we can perform all kinds of tasks. And when we discuss the on-premise data center, definitely we need to consider the cloud infrastructure as well, because in most of the time when we talk about the enterprise data center, so on-premise and cloud infrastructure are running on the same time. So that's why we need a tool which can manage both infrastructure in the same time. And if we move forward, we also consider HCI based cluster technologies and disaster recovery planning as well. At number three, if we consider the IT operations, so definitely we know that there are a number of vendors which provide their cloud services. So when we talk about the Microsoft, so the Microsoft platform for the cloud infrastructure is Azure. So we need a tool which can also manage the Azure infrastructure as well. The fourth and other major component is physical infrastructure. We know that when we consider the IT data center, we have number of servers. It might be from HP, Dell, or Lenovo. So we need a kind of tool which can manage all these physical infrastructure in a right manner. So in summary, if we talk about the IT operations, so we have four major tasks. First task is related to the system administration, management, monitoring, and security. The second part is on-premise and cloud management, HCI cluster, and disaster recovery. And the third requirement is related to the cloud platform, while the fourth requirement is completely about the partner ecosystem, which consider Dell, HP, Lenovo, Fujitsu, and other vendors which provide their hardware infrastructure. It might be physical servers, their storage devices, and other stuff related to the compute requirements. So the biggest challenge is when we talk about the hybrid infrastructure. So in the current data center, we definitely perform and implement lots of technologies on premise data center, but we also integrate our cloud technologies with on-premise infrastructure as well. And this kind of scenario is called hybrid infrastructure. So this is the biggest challenge because there are a number of operations, there are lots of things related to the administration and implementation. And if we add the cloud infrastructure, so here you can see we have lots of things like disaster recovery planning, Azure backup services, storage replication, migration, virtual machine replication, and lots of other stuff related to the monitoring, security, and performance optimization as well. And if we move forward, you can see over here that in the current data center, the latest technology is called hyper-converged infrastructure. So we need a tool which can implement, manage, and monitor all kinds of failover clustering in our own data center. In the same manner, this tool must have the capabilities related to the storage cluster and classic failover cluster related to the replication and other facilities. And if we find further solutions and we are purely thinking about the cloud infrastructure, so we have lots of stuff related to the cloud technologies as well. Here you can see we have the workload requirements related to the disaster recovery and security. We need to manage the virtual switches, performance monitoring, and many other things related to the security, VPN, firewall management. So if we talk about the administration, so we need a tool which can provide all these kinds of facilities for our performance, for our administration, management, and implementation as well. So if we deep dive into the four major domains, so here is the summary. If we talk about the core management tools, so we need to go for performance monitoring, packet monitoring, server core features, and lots of other stuff related to the DNS, DHCP server implementation, Active Directory, web services. And if we talk about the server management roles, so you know that the core of the data center is virtualization infrastructure. So we must have to consider about the Hyper-V management role. In the same manner, we will try to find some kind of tools which can help us regarding cluster implementation and integration with Azure Stack HCI as well. And if we talk about the hybrid infrastructure, so here are the components which we consider for the implementation of hybrid infrastructure. And if we talk about the partner ecosystem, so there are lots of major domains related to the partner ecosystem. So these are the major requirements which we want to fulfill by a single centralized tool. So what we have, so for all these functions related to the on-premise data center, related to the hybrid cloud infrastructure, or you can say a kind of tool which can provide lots of implementation and management tools related to the cloud infrastructure and partner ecosystem as well. So this tool is known as Windows Admin Center. So it's a very tiny kind of tool, but have lots of features related to the implementation, monitoring, administration, and security for all major domains. So in the coming episode, we are going to install Windows Admin Center and see how we can integrate our on-premise infrastructure with Windows Admin Center. And in all other episodes, we will find a number of tools related to the cloud administration, hybrid cloud environment, and HCI cluster as well. So let's move with the next episode and see how this tool is working in the IT operations.